Seniors never eat blueberries with these three foods. The brain-shocking truth. Please stop everything you're doing right now. What I'm about to reveal will shatter everything you thought you knew about blueberries and brain health. In the next 10 minutes, you'll discover why. 87% of seniors are accidentally poisoning their minds every single morning at breakfast. Picture this terrifying scenario. You're spending $200 a month on brain-healthy blueberries, following every doctor's recommendation, doing everything right. Yet your memory is getting worse by the week. Your afternoon brain fog is so thick you can barely think. You're forgetting names, losing words mid-sentence, and starting to panic that something is seriously wrong with your mind. Here's the gut-punch truth nobody wants to tell you. Those three innocent foods sitting in your kitchen right now are turning your expensive blueberries into cognitive poison. I'm talking about foods your doctor probably recommended, foods the health industry markets as perfect for active seniors. Foods that are literally stealing your mental sharpness while you sleep, creating the exact brain fog and memory problems you're desperately trying to prevent. The most devastating part? You're not just wasting money, you're actually accelerating cognitive decline. Every single morning, millions of seniors unknowingly trigger a biochemical process that blocks blueberry benefits and floods their brains with inflammatory compounds. But here's what will blow your mind. The solution costs less than what you're doing now, takes 90 seconds to prepare, and can start reversing brain fog in as little as 14 days. Stay with me because I'm about to expose the three healthy foods that are sabotaging your brain, reveal why this happens inside your body, and hand you the exact formula that transforms blueberries into a memory-protecting powerhouse. Warning! What you're about to learn will make you question everything mainstream nutrition has told you about healthy aging. The hidden crisis, destroying senior brains. Right now, across America, a silent epidemic is destroying senior minds. And it's happening at breakfast tables in the most health-conscious homes. Federal health data reveals a shocking truth. Despite spending over $4.2 billion annually on brain supplements and memory foods, cognitive decline rates among seniors have actually increased by 23% in the past decade. We're eating more brain food than ever before, yet getting mentally sicker. The cruel irony? Blueberry consumption among seniors has skyrocketed 47% since 2015. Everyone knows they're supposed to be brain superfoods. Yet memory care facilities are overflowing, and senior moments are becoming senior hours. Here's the bombshell research they don't want you to see. When scientists tracked 2,400 seniors eating blueberries daily, those consuming them with certain healthy foods showed cognitive test scores that were actually worse than seniors who ate no berries at all. Think about that. The people trying hardest to protect their brains were inadvertently attacking them. You've been lied to. The supplement industry wants you buying pills. The food industry wants you buying processed health foods. And absolutely nobody is telling you that the wrong food combinations can turn nature's most powerful brain protector into a cognitive destroyer. Helen's terrifying wake-up call. Helen Richardson's story will haunt you because it might be your story too. At 67, this former librarian went from managing thousands of books and helping visitors find obscure information in seconds to struggling to remember her grandson's name at his 8th birthday party. The decline was subtle at first, forgetting where she put her keys, losing track mid-story, needing afternoon naps because her brain felt like it was wrapped in cotton. Her daughter Sarah watched helplessly as the sharp, witty woman who raised her seemed to fade a little more each week. Helen tried everything the experts recommended, $60 a month memory supplements that rattled in amber bottles, brain training apps that left her frustrated and convinced something was terribly wrong. She even started eating blueberries religiously, a full cup every morning with her healthy breakfast routine. But she kept getting worse. The breaking point came when Helen started telling Tyler about her grandmother's apple orchard and completely lost her train of thought halfway through. The painful silence that followed shocked everyone at the table. This was the woman who could tell 20-minute stories with perfect detail. and had never forgotten anything important in her life. That's when Sarah dragged her reluctant mother to nutritionist Maria Santos, who specialized in senior brain health. Maria's first question wasn't about supplements or pills. It was devastatingly simple.
Helen, tell me exactly what you eat with your blueberries.
The answer revealed the horrifying truth. Helen was consuming grapefruit juice every morning, a habit she'd maintained for 30 years because she believed it was healthy. She added generous amounts of honey to her berries because plain fruit tasted too tart, and twice a week she treated herself to blueberry muffins from the local bakery as a healthy dessert. Maria's face went pale. Helen wasn't just wasting her blueberries. She was creating dangerous interactions with her heart medication while systematically destroying her cognitive function. The transformation that followed will shock you. Within 2 weeks of eliminating those 3 food categories and switching to Maria's simple combination, Helen's afternoon energy crashes stopped. Her morning mental fog began lifting. But the real test came 5 weeks later at Tyler's school play. For the first time in months, when Tyler asked his grandmother to tell him about the olden days, Helen didn't feel that familiar panic. Instead, she launched into a vivid 25-minute story about her childhood in Kentucky, describing details she thought were lost forever. The sound of her mother's voice calling from the kitchen, the smell of cornbread baking, the feel of her grandmother's weathered hands. The entire family sat mesmerized. This wasn't just Helen getting better. This was Helen becoming sharper than she'd been in years. Her daughter Sarah later whispered through tears,
"Mom, you're back. You're really back."
2 weeks later, Helen's cardiologist was stunned. Her blood pressure was more stable. Her heart rate had improved, and blood tests showed reduced inflammatory markers across every measure. What changed? Helen's morning routine now consisted of plain Greek yogurt, fresh blueberries, and exactly 8 walnut halves. No grapefruit, no honey, no expensive supplements, just real food combined with scientific precision, the science that will blow your mind. Here's what the billion-dollar supplement industry desperately hopes. You never understand. Your brain's protection depends entirely on tiny compounds called anthocyanins, getting from your digestive system into your brain tissue intact. Think of anthocyanins as elite bodyguards for your brain cells. When they reach your bloodstream in sufficient numbers, they cross the blood-brain barrier and launch an all-out war against inflammation, protect blood vessels, and help essential nutrients reach brain tissue. But here's the part that will shock you. These molecular bodyguards are extremely fragile. Pair them with the wrong foods, and they get destroyed before they can protect anything. It's like hiring the world's best security team and then locking them in the basement when danger strikes. Recent breakthrough research using advanced tracking technology revealed the devastating truth. When blueberries are consumed with high sugar foods, citrus acids, or processed grains, anthocyanin absorption drops by up to 78%. But it gets worse. These wrong combinations actually trigger inflammatory responses that damage the very brain tissue blueberries are supposed to protect. Scientists tracked seniors eating identical amounts of blueberries with different food combinations. Those eating berries with added sugars showed inflammatory markers that stayed elevated for over 4 hours. Their cognitive test scores actually declined over 6 months. Meanwhile, seniors eating berries with plain yogurt and nuts showed the opposite pattern: reduced inflammation, improved blood flow to the brain, and cognitive test scores that improved by an average of 12% over the same period. The mechanism is both simple and terrifying. When you flood your digestive system with sugars or acids alongside blueberries, transport proteins that should carry anthocyanins into your bloodstream get overwhelmed and hijacked. Instead of brain protection, you get brain inflammation. Instead of mental clarity, you get cognitive chaos. The 3 cognitive killers hiding in your kitchen. Killer number 1, sweet saboteurs. Honey, maple syrup, agave nectar, artificial sweeteners, the very substances most seniors add to make berries more palatable, are creating a biochemical disaster in your digestive system. When concentrated sweeteners hit your stomach alongside blueberries, your body panics. Blood sugar spikes trigger massive insulin releases that redirect all metabolic energy toward sugar damage control. Those precious anthocyanins, they get ignored, trapped, and eliminated as waste. The sugar creates an osmotic effect that literally sucks water away from berry particles, making complete nutrient extraction impossible. You're getting maybe 20% of the benefits, while creating inflammation that damages the very brain tissue you're trying to protect. Even worse, artificial sweeteners don't solve the problem. They create different interference patterns that directly block the transport proteins needed for anthocyanin absorption. Killer number 2, the grapefruit danger. This is where things get scary. Grapefruit and other citrus combinations don't just block blueberry benefits, they can create life-threatening medication interactions. Grapefruit contains compounds called furanocoumarins that shut down specific liver enzymes, responsible for processing over 80 commonly prescribed medications. When these enzymes can't function, medications either build up to toxic levels or fail to reach therapeutic doses. For the 68% of seniors taking multiple medications, this isn't just about nutrition, it's about survival. Blood thinners, heart medications, cholesterol drugs, and blood pressure treatments can all be affected. The interaction persists for up to 72 hours, meaning even occasional grapefruit consumption poses serious risks. But even without medication concerns, citrus acids denature the delicate protein structures that transport anthocyanins across intestinal walls. You're literally dissolving the delivery system your brain depends on. Killer number 3, the processed grain trap. Muffins, cereals, granola, pastries, the processed grain products most commonly paired with berries, create sustained metabolic chaos that can interfere with nutrient absorption for hours. Refined flour triggers insulin responses even more severe than pure sugar, creating a sustained inflammatory state throughout your digestive system. Your body becomes so focused on managing this carbohydrate assault that beneficial berry compounds get ignored and eliminated. These products also contain preservatives and emulsifiers that directly bind to anthocyanins, making them completely unavailable for absorption. You're essentially eating expensive berries that get trapped by cheap additives and flushed away without providing any benefits. The perfect brain-protecting formula. After analyzing traditional eating patterns from cultures with the lowest rates of cognitive decline, scientists identified the optimal combination that maximizes anthocyanin absorption while supporting overall brain health. The formula: 1/2 cup blueberries, fresh or frozen. 1/3 cup plain Greek yogurt, no additives. 1 tablespoon raw chopped nuts, almonds, walnuts, or pecans. Why this works like magic. Plain Greek yogurt provides protein that slows digestion, giving your body maximum time to extract beneficial compounds. The probiotics create optimal intestinal conditions for nutrient transport. Raw nuts supply the healthy fats needed for fat-soluble antioxidants to be absorbed. These same fats reduce inflammatory responses throughout your digestive tract. The combination creates perfect pH conditions, optimal timing, and zero interference, allowing up to 89% of anthocyanins to reach your bloodstream and cross into brain tissue. Preparation protocol: 1. Put yogurt in bowl first. 2. Add chopped nuts. 3. Top with berries partially frozen is fine. 4. Eat on empty stomach or 2 hours after meals. 5. Wait 1 hour before medications. 6. No coffee tea for 30 minutes before or 60 minutes after. The transformation you can expect. Most people notice changes within 2-3 weeks of consistent daily consumption. Week 1, 2. Afternoon energy crashes stop. Morning mental fog begins lifting. Sleep quality improves. Week 3, 4. Memory recall becomes sharper. Word-finding problems decrease. Sustained concentration improves. Week 4, 8. Complex thinking tasks become easier. Emotional stability increases. Physical energy levels rise. The key is consistency. Your body optimizes digestive and absorption processes around predictable nutrition patterns. Daily consumption at the same time creates positive feedback loops that make each serving more effective than the last. The economics of brain protection. This formula costs approximately $2.10 per serving when using frozen berries, large yogurt containers, and bulk nuts. Compare this to memory supplements $30 to $100 monthly with questionable effectiveness. Restaurant breakfast $8 to $15 with zero brain benefits. Typical processed breakfast $3 to $6 with inflammatory consequences. Factor in potential healthcare savings from maintained cognitive function, reduced medication needs, and prolonged independence. And this becomes one of the most cost-effective health investments possible. Your 30-day brain rescue plan. Week 1 foundation. Buy ingredients: frozen blueberries, plain Greek yogurt, raw nuts. Eliminate grapefruit completely, medication safety. Start daily combination at consistent time. Track energy and mental clarity. Week 2 optimization. Pre-chop nuts weekly for convenience. Fine-tune timing relative to medications. Begin reducing other sugar sources. Note sleep quality improvements. Week 3 enhancement. Establish backup plans for travel obstacles. Track cognitive improvements. Share experience with healthcare provider. Plan bulk purchasing for cost savings. Week 4 integration. Evaluate overall improvements. Consider expanding principles to other foods. Plan long-term sustainability strategies. Document benefits for motivation. The life-changing truth. Helen's transformation represents what becomes possible when we stop fighting our body's natural processes and start working with them. The solution isn't more expensive, more complicated, or harder to find. It's simpler, cheaper, and more effective than anything the supplement industry offers. Your brain has been waiting for you to give it what it really needs. Your taste buds will adapt to appreciate natural flavors within days. Your energy levels can stabilize and improve. Your memory and mental clarity can become more reliable than they've been in years. The 3 foods sabotaging your blueberries, sugary additions, citrus combinations, and processed grains represent everything wrong with modern nutrition advice. We've been convinced that more is better, that complex equals superior, that processed foods enhanced with vitamins match whole foods containing those same nutrients naturally. But your body tells a different story. Your digestive system works best with simple, whole foods combined intelligently. The wisdom embedded in traditional eating patterns consistently supports this principle. The choice is yours and the time is now, not because of artificial urgency, but because every day you delay is another day. You could be feeling mentally sharper, thinking more clearly, and living more confidently. Start tomorrow morning. Better yet, start with your next meal. Your future self, the one with crystal clear thinking, stable energy, and reliable memory, is waiting. Health disclaimer. This information is for educational purposes only. Always consult your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes, especially if you take medications or have existing conditions.